she was asking about this event. And she was asking me is that event, which is on May 30th at 6:30 in University of, at York University, sorry. If it's in Persian or in English, then we can just.
I'm assuming since it was on Founders College's Facebook page, it said everybody's welcome, and so I'm assuming it's in English.
Okay, good.
And and Darwish Ashuri actually studied in. He was a professor at Japan University, so I'm assuming.
Yes, actually, we say a person external to our course who was asking here on Facebook. Facebook is active, really, very active. That is, here it is, see, I don't have the question, it's on Facebook. See, is it in Persian or Farsi or English? And I said, good question. And then she said, okay, good question, but what's the answer? I didn't know the answer, so I sent her a private message. I'm not sure, but I guess, I presume the speech about Hafiz would be in Persian. I was wrong. I was hoping someone would answer to your question. Now, so this is, we talk about it. We say Persian, Farsi, Farsi, you know, let's say Farsi. Not only is it not good to say Farsi because it's a corrupt form of Farsi, Persian. Farsi is Persian, and Persian is English. So that's different. Not only that, but it doesn't sound like in French. Farsi is like gourmet. Like Farsi, you say, what do you say in English? You know, tomate farci. That means, how do you say it?
Stuffed tomato.
Yeah. Yeah, stuffed tomato. You don't want to say, I speak stuffed tomato. So that would be fast. I would say dari, or we heard also deri. It just, that Persian that started after the conquest of the Persian Empire, or the Iranian Empire by the Arabs. So, if I'm not mistaken, of course. It started, at that time there was no, the territory that is called Iran today, and the territory that is called Tajikistan today, and the territory that is called Afghanistan today. It was the same territory, there was no boundaries, and all the people who were speaking Persian that we speak today, whether in Afghanistan or Iran or Tajikistan, speak more or less the same language. I say more or less because there's always differences, variances. So it all comes to Persian in English. And yes, all the rest of to confuse you, keep humanity, because if it says something, it's just confusing everybody. And also in division. You want to say, oh, I'm different than you. And you know, I say that, for example, you say A. That's big difference. Even in Tehran, people don't speak the same language. The language that I used to speak in Tehran is not the language that Imam Khomeini used to speak in Tehran. I would say, he would say Imam, I would say Imam, yes, but when it comes to plural, I would say Imaman, he would say Aimma. Two different words. Imam, everybody knows this word Imam, thanks to the Islamic Revolution, Revolution. Imam, everybody knows this word. But what's the plural of Imam? Well, in Persian, I would say Imam. That's the plural for that. Iran is the plural of Ir. Imaman. But then he is more prone to speak Arabic, so he would say, so we have Imam, and the plural would be, that's the singular, and Tefuru imaman for me, and Imam. You can put an Eshifram, but it's not pronounced. I don't need to put it. Imam, which is the Arabic plural of Imam. And because he is a man of Quran, which is written in Arabic, sent by Allah in Arabic, so he used the Arabic plural. So I said, Imam, I said, and some people like to say, and Imam Khomeini says. So I like to write Khomeini like this. Some people put I, why, I put why, I because I know better. Khomeini. So you see, can I say that? If I speak Persian, he speaks like something else. Not really. We speak the same language, but with different variance, little difference. So it doesn't have. It's not a matter of border. Now we're in the border of Afghanistan. We're going to speak another Persian. No, that's not it. Here I'm good. I'm speaking another Persian. No, that's impossible. It's not happening. Those borders are political borders, are artificial actually, but the difference of language are real, natural, and different in different parts. In Iran, also in Western Iran, they speak a Persian that I would have difficulty to understand somehow because it's a different dialect. I went to, for a French course, I went to Quebec. I did go to Saint-Georges. Saint-Georges, or Saint George. I had a hard time to understand their French. So, shall I speak? They speak not French, they speak very French. It's local, it's the local differences. It doesn't have anything to do with political nationality. But BBC emphasizes on these political differences. He has two programs, one in Farsi, and the other one is Dari. You guys are separate. You want to be together, I'm here to prevent you from being together. I'm here to make sure that you feel different. That's exactly what they're doing. They emphasize on difference.
Who gave that name Dari? Like who invented that?
Well, Dari came, it was a Persian, there's some people say Dari comes from Darbar. Darbar means court. So it's a kind of Persian that was spoken in courts, including Turkey. So in Turkey they would say Dari also because that's how you say door? Door, yeah. Door. And you know that Ottoman Empire was the door. So in the court they would speak Persian, but Persian Dari. On the other hand, some people say it's Dari, it comes from Darbar, which is court also. And it's called Persian Dari. Who knows, you know? Everybody says something, but in practice, when I speak with a person from Kabul, I know that we have differences in some terms. As mentioned, I don't remember the English that I remember is, for example, dollar. In Tehran we say dollar, $10. In Kabul they say dollar, $10. We are more, because the French culture had more contact with Persia, Iran, and less contact with Kabul, Afghanistan, where the English were present. So the English. Now, when it comes, so we can say they are all Persian-speaking people with some local. Is variances the correct word? Variances. Thank you. Tajiks speak a Persian influenced by Russian language. Why? Because they had been part of the Soviet Union. And even before Soviet Union, the Russia Tsar time, was they conquered in war with Persia or Iran, northern territories, Turkmenistan and Tajikistan today, and also Caucasia, Azerbaijan was conquered by the Russians during two big wars in the first mid of 19th century. And there were two treaties that Persia or Iran had to sign with Russia, Turkmenistan, Baltistan, and another one, three, which seized territories. Now, Tajikistan is influenced by Russia. What I noted, the difference, essentially, one of the main influences is that when we say "a" in Persian, they say "o."
Yeah.
They say "o." For example, we say in Persian "shoma," they say "shomo." And what I do actually when I write my emails in Roman alphabet, I write "shomo." I don't, because why? Because "shoma" is harder to write than "shomo." And that's what happened to Tajik. If you write "shoma," there is no "a" in the letters here. So it could be "shoma." I have to make it, this "I" is "a," so I have to make an extra effort and say "shoma," but maybe not everybody understands what I'm putting here. So they make it easy and they say "shomo." And why not? Maybe the correct is actually "shomo" because I said last time, in Persian we use "a" too often because of the power of "a." At the end of a consonant, it's hard in Persian to put "a." So it should be "e" or "a." It's hard to do that. "E" is made with put an H. Like for example, it says Faride. Farid being the name of a man, it's an Arabic word. Usually the feminine, you add "a," Farida or Faride, or the way you pronounce it again. You say, okay, we write it this way, okay? Farid, and then say, you put a little H here, and you say Farida or Faride. And if you don't put this, then it's up to you to pronounce it the way you want. So say Farida, Faride, Faride. If I want to write this in Roman alphabet, I'm going to spare an H. I don't need to put an H. We do put an H here, Iranians, when they want to say Faride, but I don't put, I say, to respect the H, I put it in bracket, but it should be Faride. So we say, the problem is that if it ends with a consonant, you don't know if it's Farida or Faride or Farido. That's the problem. But if you use Roman alphabet or Cyrillic alphabet, so when they were part of Soviet Union, the script changed in Tajikistan to Cyrillic. Cyrillic is the script used for Russian language. After the collapse of the Soviet Union in 1991, I think. After the collapse of the Soviet Union in 1991, Tajikistan and other republics immediately declared their independence. What was the first country that recognized their independence? You can guess. Huh? Iran, of course. Because it's Iran's territory. Iran in the meaning of, not present Iran, Iran meaning the people where the Arya are living, the Aryans, whatever. I said the eyes. Because you know that An is also a plural, so the Ayers is Iran. And that's why I think that Ireland, they are the same people somehow. A little bit different because they drink more beer there. After many years. But different climate and different. And I'm trying to check actually Ireland because obviously it's land, so there are people there are Irish. I tried to, and people don't know where this I come from. But maybe you know now. I mean, we can guess, we can work on it and check that. The other thing is that culturally, Iranians and Irish get very easily along. We have common culture, common warmth, because we're talking about, say warmth, Remember, it's mitra, it's warmth, it's affection, and they have this. They very much have this, and the Persian have the same warmth and so. But this is going too far. Tajiks speak a Persian, so yeah. So Russian was the lingua franca, I should say lingua Russia. Lingua franca is a language that people use in common when they speak different languages. In Hindustan, anybody from Hindustan here? In Hindustan, the lingua franca became English because there are so many different languages there, so English became the lingua franca of which what they wanted. The English wanted. They wanted to, the Indians, the Hindus, the people of Hindustan, speak what and look whatever they want, but behave like Englishmen and speak English. And they kind of succeeded. We are so happy. I'm personally so happy to see that there's so much rapprochement getting closer between India and Pakistan, between India, Pakistan, and Afghanistan. One of the reasons I resigned from the Green Party of Canada as a member of the shadow cabinet responsible for the defense is because I was against military involvement in Afghanistan. I thought it just helps the Taliban. It just helps the forces that we all consider as forces of intolerance. Remember, they destroyed the Buddha's statues. So we didn't finish with Tajikistan. We stop at Tajikistan there, and here is, let's travel virtually.
I just wanted to make a comment.
Okay, let's travel virtually to Tajikistan and Afghanistan, but before we travel, there is a question here. Yes?
Yeah, like it seems like all in countries like also Uzbekistan, they also don't use it has nothing to do with Cyrillic. What I think it's the region itself. They just don't have the sound they just don't use it.
I'm sorry. I forgot to tell you that yesterday I got abducted. I got abducted by aliens, and then that explains the call here. So, okay, sure, no problem. No, there is some influence now.
So it's something else, like, because Uzbekistan also, in their language, it's exactly the same thing. They're not speaking Persian. They're speaking like Turkic language.
Okay.
And they're exactly the same thing. They're like other Turkic languages.
So how do you write it? How do you say "aw" in?
Yeah, they use Roman.
That's what I'm saying. Because we use Roman alphabet or Cyrillic alphabet, and so all will express easier than all that we use in Persian in Iran with Persian alphabet. Are you following me? Let's travel to Tajikistan. Well, Tajikistan, you know that Istan is what? Land. So the land of Tajik, what's Tajik? Well, Tajik comes from Taj, there's the word Taj, which is crown. What crown are they talking about? No, it's not Turkish crown. Turkish don't have crown. Yes, of course, the Iranian and the Persian crown. That's why how much. The Iranians not only declared their independence the same day they declared the independence, so the next day they declared that Persian is an official language, and they changed the script from Cyrillic the same day or the day after. They changed the Cyrillic alphabet to Persian Arabic alphabet. They should have changed it to Roman alphabet.
Why?
We already talked about that.
We did it one page. We did it.
Yo, why are the Chinese based?
Because the why is this, my friend, my Turkish friend. The why is because it's more precise. And I give you so many examples of why. Persian Arabic script is more poetic for our language, is more artistic, can be calligraphic, but it's not precise when you say, and I've told you so many examples, because of the lack of vowels, because of problem with endings of the words, and because of many, many other reasons. For example, we don't have capital letters. When you have a name of a when we have a name of a person, you're not sure if this is a person or if it's just a common name. You can't identify it. We still have today difficulty when you write something in Persian with Persian Arabic alphabet. When the proper name, the name of a person in the country or a country, we can't differentiate. We have sometimes to put quotation mark or things like that. There are lots of reasons.
But if I'm not wrong, in Arabic, every letters can be changed on the middle, at the beginning, and at the end. So you can figure out. It's not hard.
Yeah, I think we still have the problem. It's not because that's another problem actually, that the same letter changes when it's beginning.
Why Roman alphabet is not
But
problem?
that's not the
Arabic
problem.
alphabet is problem. Why
That's
not?
That's not the problem. That's not the problem I'm bringing up. I'm saying it's more scientific, it's more language for science, more adaptable to the progress of science and logic. I used to say when I was young, I used to say that Persian with the Persian Arabic alphabet is good for poetry and philosophy, maybe, but not for logic.
Yeah, maybe that's true. Yeah.
Thank you. Hey, let's go to Tajikistan, please. Who wants to go to Tajikistan?
Can't see.
Professor?
The whole point.
In some respect, it's interesting. Other respect, it's not fun.
He's not using it today. He's writing on the board for you.
It's interesting because of
watch
the
the
nature there, and it's not fun because people are a bit state too much nature.
He's not doing it. He's writing on the board.
All this time, you didn't have this time?
You said you're going to write on the board. He's not writing the board the whole period and make you guys watch the video. He wanted to post all the videos up. Whatever is missed, you guys can watch the video and then review for the test. That was his plan. He changed his plan now. He made a website for you guys to watch all the videos. And then you guys go to the website and watch all the videos and make your own notes. If you were having a hard time understanding English, you're like, I can't understand English. He's like, whatever, watch the video. That's why he's doing the video.
For the movie, can skip
He's been trying.
I would have.
Yeah, but I'm being shown all the time.
Alright, can you see or should I turn it up?
So you can't show it if someone's kind of nose or eyes in it. But here,
Afterlife? She can't say. Yeah, put it up, put it up. Yeah, put it up. Put it up.
Well, you see Tajikistan, the Palace of Unity, Wahdat Palace. Dushanbe government building. The capital of Tajikistan is Dushanbe, which means Monday. What it was a
Oh yeah, because you can. Can you just say this for? Not even that. No, to the front, the very front. It doesn't make no difference.
It does.
Yeah.
It does? It does.
You know, it would really help if you were to turn up the very front.
I know, but I don't know.
He said he doesn't know how to do
This
it.
percentage wise, press 100%.
Can you press it?
We're gonna sleep. It's okay to sleep.